Hey everybody, it's Shadowstar and Crystal here for another review of Legends of Tomorrow. So, I don't know, this is a bit of an interesting one.
By the way, this episode is Marooned.
Yeah, that too, they can read the title, sure.
Yeah, true.
I'll start with a quick statement. The episode starts with, Rip watching the hologram and all that. And I've never really mentioned this, but for some reason, I don't know why, because he's always wearing a fancy jacket, there's something weird about seeing him just in a plain shirt.
I guess.
I don't know, he looks so casual, it's kind of nice.
I never liked this episode though, and I still don't really like it
much.
I
agree, but at the same time, I think I gained slightly more appreciation on this rewatch.
I guess so.
Whenever
I rewatch, I tend to skip both this and Star City 2046.
I wasn't looking forward to this episode, but I think I enjoyed it more than I remembered it.
It was okay, but there's just so many problems with it. So many times I'm just like, how? Why? What the hell?
There's a lot of random things going on. Obviously, we still have the Mick and Snart drama picking up from last time, which it's alright, I guess. On one hand, it does show where Snart's making a turn, which I do like, as, it was kind of his arc building up throughout Flash. So
yeah,
I do like
he's finally realised that if he had to choose between Mick and the team, we know what his choice is.
I think the reason this episode isn't as exciting is what makes Legends so exciting is usually they're always going somewhere, whereas here, they're basically on the ship the whole time, and that's not as exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's one downside. Obviously,
See, it'd be a good episode, but there's just so many dumb things.
I also don't care for the flashbacks. We didn't need flashbacks for Rip.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Although I kind of like Rip, I don't care for much when they try to give us backstory. I just enjoy him now. I don't need all this fancy backstory. We get it. Time Master backstory is never exciting.
Yeah, it's just, okay, he was in love, and love is forbidden and all that crap. All it really gave us was, we kind of predicted his plan because he copied her plan during the simulation.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just shows us his plan when he sends the time pirates flying out the door, which I believe is the first time it's the first time this show has used a Wilhelm scream, which it uses a lot, obviously, because Legends is a fun show.
Oh, yeah.
But this show did have a little fun moment with Stein, though. He got to be on his own.
Yes, but it also had a dumb moment where, he goes behind the closed door and then suddenly he's
beats
got
up the guy and takes his clothes in 3 seconds.
I was just like, how?
I know Legends likes to be a little weird and cartoony, but sometimes it's just a little too dumb. Sometimes that's just dumb.
Since when can he fight on his own? And that guy had a gun. That guy could have just blasted his face off.
We did get, I guess you could call... This episode did have a few hints at shipping for a few characters. Obviously, we have Ray and Kendra, but we also had a tiny bit of stuff with Sarah and Snart.
Yeah, it was interesting the way they were talking about stuff because they thought they were going to die. And if you look closely, I think Snart gave Sarah his jacket.
And it was a nice little...
And there was a moment she kind of cuddled into him.
Yeah.
Granted, they were cold, but...
And I did like the nice little moment of her talking about the time she died, and I know it wasn't flat out stated, but I did like the part where she says, I've seen people and I know when somebody's too far gone. And I guess my first thought just jumped to Slade for some reason, but it does feel a little similar.
Mm.
But yeah, that was a nice callback. So yeah, that's the thing. The main plot wasn't good, but there was nice little moments sprinkled here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I found it odd that she said she felt alone when she died, when she fell from the roof and then Laurel was right there when she fell.
One could, I suppose you have to figure out.
You could say maybe she was already dead when that happened.
She was probably already dead as soon as she got shot, I guess.
I don't know.
Although, so she felt alone.
I don't think people die immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. It would have taken her a few seconds. But also, she wasn't alone. She'd just spoken to Laurel. And then, also, as confusing as she might have been, the last face she ever saw was somebody she knew to be a friend, Thea.
Yeah. She's like, hey, what are you doing here?
But that's a whole nother mess.
Oh, God.
But, yeah.
Here's another dumb moment. For some reason, Gilbert, the Acheron's AI, just listens to anybody. Even though, in the very first episode, we had a moment when Jax tried to talk to Gideon and she's like, yeah, I can't do as you say.
But he obeys the Time Pirates and Rip.
Yeah, first he obeys the Time Pirates. Obeying Rip I'd be okay with, because I guess he can use judgment and say, yeah, he's on our side. But why did he obey the friggin' pirates?
I don't know. Yeah, this episode had a bit obvious, and then we have the ending, of course, where, Snart takes away Mick and all that stuff. And...
Yeah, although it's interesting that there was a moment when Rip, Jax, and the girl were still in the cell, and they even admitted that Mick had no other choice, that it was kind of an understandable choice. But the thing is, they knew that Stein was still out there, that he was coming. If they had just waited, Stein would have showed up to open the door. And they know he's alive somehow, because I'm pretty sure if he died, Jax would have felt something.
Yeah, I don't know. Rip sometimes doesn't use his brain a lot in this episode.
Yeah, I know. He could have said, well, Stein is out there somewhere, which also doesn't make sense. How did nobody find him and shoot him? I don't know. People never shoot people when they should. Like when Mick came onto the ship and brought the pirates behind him. Sure, the pirates had guns, but Ray was in his suit. Why didn't he just reach out his arm and blast him?
He did he did once they started fighting, but I guess at first he wasn't sure what to do because Mick was there. But
he should have just blasted.
I'd say the dumber moment is when, it's coming to, Rip's fighting that guy and he needs to push the button to open a door and the people are ganging up on, Stein, Jax, and the girl.
Why does he need to push a button to open the door? Why didn't he just say Gilbert?
No, I was going to say the dumb moment is, Jax is like, oh, we're running out of time. And the people are just standing there with their guns pointed at him for, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
They're just waiting. They could have shot them ages ago.
But also, why does he need a button to open the door? Why didn't he say, hey, Gilbert, open the door? You listen to anyone.
I don't know. Why don't people shoot anyone?
Speaking of doors, as we know, Gideon locked the door on Snart and Sarah. Okay, she's programmed to lock the door because of the hole in the wall. But if she locks that door to protect them, how come she just opens the cargo door for Ray to go out spacewalking? And he doesn't even have some sort of tether. For a moment, it looks like he's going to float away.
No, I was going to say the dumb moment is, okay, when he first goes out there, he's talking to Kendra, then he goes out the door. But notice, Kendra doesn't go anywhere. She is still standing in the cargo bay. The air pressure should have come out.
Yeah.
What should have happened? You need to create an airlock. She needs to leave the cargo bay. The cargo bay door, the door to the cargo area closes. Then he can open the outside door.
Yeah, there was no airlock. She was just standing there.
Exactly. That's actually a plot point in later episodes. But here, they just magically, nobody goes flying out and he's able to just fly himself out.
I know, that's why I was saying this episode could have been good, but there are so many dumb moments.
There's a lot of dumb moments. I don't care for an episode where they're just sitting on a ship. I didn't care for flashbacks. There are a few nice moments
I'm only going to go 6.
There are a few nice moments like the Stein stuff, the Sarah and Snart stuff, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But I will, I'll give it just a 7, and that's being generous.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with 6.
I'm giving it a 7, that's being generous. What is next episode?
Night of the Hawk.
An episode I actually remember enjoying.
Yeah, I remember it pretty well.
We did lampshade it because he got information and the next place he's going is 1958.
Yeah.
So we finally get to go somewhere new because, this episode we were in space. Last episode we were in Star City, which wasn't that exciting. We're finally going to go... It's more fun to go to the past than it is to go to the future. I don't know why.
Definitely.
It's weird. For being a show that's technically a sci-fi show about time travel, it's more fun when they go to the past.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, they rarely do go to the future.
Yeah.
Anyway, I suppose that's it.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time for more legends and other things as well.
See you next time, guys.